Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of CJ Explores. We have just left Noosa where we stayed at the beautiful Peppers Resort and Village right in the heart of Noosa, and we are making our way up to Rainbow Beach now where we're staying at the holiday park right near Carlo Sand Blow, because we want to go and check that place out for either sunset or sunrise depending on the weather. But we've stopped here at Boring Point where we're just having some lunch before we make our way further on. And what have we got for lunch, Shah?
Well, it's supposed to be a nice picnic by the lake, but it's really windy out there, so we're making our wraps in our car and we just have some veggie wraps.
Yeah.
A little.
I've just made my first cup of coffee on the road with our collapsible kettle. Look at that! How cool! So we've just arrived at Rainbow Beach and we're going to set up our rooftop tent for the first night of camping in it. And this afternoon we're going to go up to Carlo Sand Blow if it doesn't start raining. Fingers crossed. How are we going?
Finally got the rain cover on. We may have a bit of rain tonight, so we didn't want to risk it and keep our tent in the open because it's not 100% waterproof. So we put our storm cover on. Took us about, well, longer than it did to set up the tent. We finally did it though, so we're all ready.
Okay, so we have made it to Rainbow Beach and we quickly set up our tent. Well, we gave it a good go. It's the first time that we've set it up with the rain cover on there, so we were trying to figure out where the clips go. But we've learned how to do that now, so hopefully next time will be a bit quicker. Pretty easy to set up in terms of tents. It's all inflatable, so you just inflate each section, 1, 2, 3, then it's basically done. And with the rain cover, you just have to clip in the little buckles. So pretty straightforward, but we have left the campsite now and we're heading up to Carlo Sand Blow. We've been here before and it's a pretty special place. It kind of feels like you're on the moon and you've got this epic view out to Double Island Point, which is just north of Noosa, between Fraser Island and Noosa. And yeah, we're gonna head up there now and hoping to get a cool sunset. So Charlotte is dressed for the occasion as per usual, and we're just taking a 20-minute walk from the campsite. Struggling.
Very steep hill. How cool is this place? A random desert. Everyone's leaving their shoes here.
Shoes off, please.
So behind me you can see the ocean, which is a really cool view, and that's all underneath that little dip down there is where the 4x4 vehicles drive along the beach up to Fraser Island. So that is the Rainbow Beach highway, I guess, and then this way is where we're going to go for sunset, and it's just so beautiful. You have this massive view of the horizon.
Is that a lake?
It's a lake, but I don't know the name. But yeah, there's already a couple of people over there just enjoying the view, and that's where we're going to go.
Somehow I just never learned.
This place is just so beautiful. The landscape is so inspiring. We feel really creative. We took some shots here which we're just loving. So if you want to go see them, go check out on Instagram. We'll pop it up here. Go give us a follow and see the kind of creative side we get up to as well in photography.
In the back of the schoolyard.
Okay, our photo shoot might be cut short because I don't know if you can tell, but there is rain. So we're gonna make a little run back to the campsite.
And there was no need to speak.
First night in the tent, and it's been a little bit disastrous. We picked up some food earlier. Didn't realise that it wasn't vegan, it was vegetables with butter all through it, so we're not eating that. We've gone for plan B, which is just your good old classic quick noodles and some spices and some vegan chicken for protein.
And our chairs got wet in the rain, so we're in the tent.
Yeah, so we're sitting up in the tent having our dinner because our chairs are wet. Okay, so we had a pretty busy morning this morning. We got up and got dressed and packed up the tent straight away because we're heading to Harvey Bay and then on to the place? Bundaberg.
So we're not sure where we're going to be staying tonight. We've found a couple of free campsites just out of Bundaberg, so we're thinking about maybe staying there, or we could continue up the coast. We're just going to see how we feel this afternoon and what's available, but we're thinking maybe we'll try and do our first free camp, so let's go and have a little look what we can find on our wiki campsite.
I just wait for my black swan.
Let's put our fridge back on. That's our little power station here. We have had a bit of a day. Charlotte's been doing some errands in Bundaberg, and we also stopped in Harvey Bay to pick up some cool stuff. Little collab we got going on, but we've just turned up in Elliot Heads and we're right on the waterfront. We're at the caravan park here and we're just going to cook up some dinner, hopefully go down to the beach and eat it. So, set up time. Okay, after a pretty full-on day, we're going to sit here at Elliot Heads and just have our dinner and enjoy the sunset. It's 3 in a row now.
All the time. All the time. I know you showed me your affection, but I was looking for perfection.
So yes, it's been a beautiful morning here at Elliot Heads, and I'm just going to go back to the tent now, wake up Charlotte, and maybe have some brekkie.
Going through. I know you think I'm just pretending, and that I can't rewrite the ending, but to move on and on and on to someone new isn't how you find the one.
Right, so this is our setup, kitchen, tent on the roof, and for electricity we have a pretty modern solution. We've got this big lithium battery which only takes about an hour to charge, and while it's charging you can get everything else charged up on there. It is 1260 watt hours, so to put that in perspective, if you had something for one that used 1 watt, you could run it for over 1,000 hours. But you know, USB charging is mostly like around 5 watts. And then you've got all your appliances too, which are all different rated wattage, but it runs up to 1800 watts. So you can use like power tools, some cookers, you can use kettles and things like that with it. And we've got a blender which we're using as well. So it's pretty handy to have something like that on the road. It is the EcoFlow Delta, and we have also got a solar panel for that too, which we haven't tried out yet, but we're looking forward to trying it out when we don't have access to mains power for recharging. So yeah, it's a pretty good setup and it lets us be completely off the grid, which is super cool. Okay, we have checked out of the campsite now and we've just come back to the place where we had dinner last night. You might have seen in our Instagram stories. But out here is Dr. May's Island, and I think there's some rock pools out here too. The tide is going out. I think it's going to be at its lowest point in about an hour. So we're going to go for a walk with all these people and go and have a look. And I have a drone. How did you sleep last night?
I slept much better last night because I had my nice memory foam bamboo pillow.
Where'd you get that from?
I got that from Kmart. We had to sacrifice pillows initially because we didn't have any room, but now we've got the additional rooftop storage. We thought we could squeeze in, so we've got one pillow. But how did you sleep? You didn't have a pillow.
I didn't have a pillow, but I slept better.
You slept better. Maybe we'll have to get you a little pillow.
I think I'm just getting used to it.
Yeah, I used to like laying flat, but I do like a pillow now.
This is Charlie, the dog. He's hanging out in the rock pools. Okay, so we've just walked out towards Dr. May's Island. I'm not actually sure what part of this is Dr. May's Island, but there's some rocks we've got to after the sand, and we came across some rock pools. One was cool, and then we got to this one, which I think is the best one. It's actually quite deep. There's some big fish in there, and I think we might go and take a photo. So we've had a lot of fun playing at the rock pools like big kids. This one's my favourite, but we've also got a love heart one too, and there's lots of fish, and we've just been swimming around, taking photos and having a good time.